Can a £100 tent be just as good as a £1,000 tent? Just behind me today, over there, I've got the Hilleberg Soulo, currently retailing at £1,000, astronomical. And there, I've got the OEX Phoxx 3. This is the new edition from OEX, costing well under £100. Should you save up your money, splash out on a Hilleberg Soulo? Should you be sensible and spend under £100 on the new OEX Phoxx 3? Let's have a look at those areas now. So let's look at the pack size. Now the Hilleberg Soulo packs up at 43 by 17. And the OEX Phoxx 3, it says it packs up 46 by 13. I'm just going to do a side-by-side comparison. If you stow your poles separately, like you should do, the OEX Phoxx 3 is coming in like so. And the Hilleberg Soulo is coming in like so. With the poles here, and the poles being slightly less on the Phoxx 3, pack size, by just a whisper, the OEX Phoxx 3 is going to be winning. So what about weight? Now, the Phoxx 3 is coming in at 2.3 kilo, but that's 2.3 kilo for a 3-person tent, well, 2 plus gear. And the Hilleberg Soulo is coming in at 2.2 kilo without pegs and without bag, but the space difference is massive. However, the rules are the rules. On weight, the Hilleberg wins. Now, next up, we're going to look at two things. We're going to look at how easy it is to pitch up this tent, and also how long it takes us to pitch it. So I'm going to get my stopwatch going, and I'm going to set up the OEX Phoxx 3. Okay, so that's the Phoxx 3 all done and set up in 13 minutes, 26 seconds. Now that's actually quite a long time for me. The test is to get the tent up and the empty pack gear inside it with the door secured open. Let's give the Hilleberg a go. Same ground, even test. Let's go. So the setup times on these two tents wasn't a world apart, and I did have a few issues. One of the guy lines down there, one of the little knots came off and I had to retie that. There was a lot of trees, as you can see. The Hilleberg Soulo famed for being able to get up in a quick time if you're on a mountain, in a snowstorm, in a blizzard. I set that up in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, now there were some really good plus points. The pegs were phenomenal, and they did get through the ground much better than the OEX Phoxx 3. The longest thing was the guy lines. When you pack up a Hilleberg Soulo, trying to keep your guy lines together compact, they become tangled, they're a bit of a faff. 15 minutes versus 13 minutes 26. Now, I've lived with both these tents for quite some time and spent a lot of nights in the Hilleberg and a few in the new Phoxx 3. Now, if I have to score it for ease of setup, the Hilleberg, it is an easy tent to set up. It's freestanding, you can move it. It doesn't take that long, really, in the grand scheme of things. The pegs are fantastic. The guy line system is great. However, the Phoxx 3 is just a bit simpler. There is not all the clipping. There's not as many guy lines. In general, the Phoxx 3 is a little bit easier to set up, in my opinion. It goes to the Phoxx. A big feature that people are looking for when they first buy a tent is going to be a bug net. I know it sounds silly. I'm in the UK right now and I'm being absolutely eaten alive in the woods despite having some mozzie spray on. And the Hilleberg Soulo will provide me with that bug net just to keep out of the way of those little nippers. The Phoxx 3, on the other hand, doesn't do that. So bug net score goes to the Hilleberg Soulo. So next up, we've got to go for a little walk because we want to look at the features and which tent wins for features. Now, let's have a look at the OEX Phoxx 3. The guy line system is really, really good. Now, these that hold back the door are an absolute nightmare. The ventilation system on the Phoxx 3, you can see you've just got like this little Velcro stick thing, and the front ventilation system is held open by the guy lines. Now, OEX, for some reason with the Phoxx, put this little tab on the zip, and what that does is stops you putting the zips where you want them. Just cut that off. Features inside the tent, you've got your ventilation down there, the same door system. So you have a double door, a couple of pockets down there, a couple of pockets on that side, and a little hook for hanging your lights. The Hilleberg's guy line system is absolutely phenomenal. These are great. They also have a wraparound system to give you that extra tightness. On the roof here, on your little clip over lid, is a rain gutter. Your vestibule is probably twice the size of the Phoxx 3. Bug net. Your double door, because this opens and gives you a huge space. Double pockets down there. And little cloth tabs, so you can set up almost your own ridgeline system inside the tent. This one's a bit of a no-brainer for me. For features, it has to go to the Hilleberg Soulo. Now, space is an important feature with the tent. Now, I understand that that is marketed, the Phoxx 3 over there, as a 3-man tent. And the Hilleberg Soulo, well, it's a 1-man tent, but it's pretty much the same size, pretty much the same weight. I think it's important to factor in space. And then you've got the space in the Phoxx 3. Well, it's not a 3-man tent, let's be honest. It is a 2-man tent, but with gear and room to spare. The vestibules are not massive, but once you've got your sleep system and stuff out your pack, it's enough to get your gear down there, or your empty sack at least. Nice and easy, this one. Space goes to the Phoxx 3. Unfortunately, with the sun rising and a cold night, condensation is a thing that we don't want in our tents. And if we had to judge the Phoxx 3 and the Hilleberg Soulo on its condensation value, no brainer. The Hilleberg's got the ventilation, but it can't cope. The Hilleberg's heat retention and the way that it's manufactured means it's an absolute condensation nightmare. The Phoxx 3 and the Phoxx 2, none of it. Condensation goes to the Phoxx 3. Well, what about style? Does the tent look any good? The Hilleberg Soulo style is recognised all over the world instantly, and manufacturers try to copy it. It is the original, with its lid on the top, its rain gutter, its 3 poles that create that kind of geodesic, I think that's the word, shape. What about the Phoxx 3 style? Look, I can't lie, there are a load of tents, exactly the same style, and some would say that the Phoxx range from OEX has actually been copied from some other brands out there like Van Gogh. Style, it goes to the Hilleberg. So what about safety, I hear you ask? Well, safety, this is a no-brainer. Safety is going to go to the Hilleberg Soulo. If you were on the top of Kinder Scout in a snowstorm or zero visibility and you needed to hunker down for a period of time, the Hilleberg Soulo is the tent you're going to want. The temperature it manages to retain, but, well, it is a 4-season. The Phoxx 3 is a 3-season, but I've had the Phoxx 2, the little brother of the Phoxx 3, out in minus temperatures in snow, and it's been absolutely fine with a decent sleep system. However, undoubtedly, safety goes to the Hilleberg Soulo. Now, recapping the scores just quickly, it's 5-all. 5 for the Phoxx 3, 5 points for the Hilleberg Soulo on the areas that I've looked at. But what is the number one thing I've not covered that people look for when buying a tent? Because that could be the clincher. The cost of these 2 tents are wildly different. You could buy 10 of these for the price of 1 of those. And despite my love for the Hilleberg Soulo, despite how much I wanted it and how hard it was to get it, cost-wise, you've got to step to the Phoxx 3. Under £100 versus £1,000. The cost is insane. And many people out there will never get to experience staying in a Hilleberg Soulo. So at 5 points apiece, when we look at costs, the Phoxx 3 clinches it. Now, it pains me to say this because if I had to choose just one of those tents, I can only have one. I've got to spend my own money. Which one would I have? I love the Hilleberg. I love it so much. It's an incredible tent. I feel great when I'm out there. It makes me feel good. I love cleaning it afterwards. It looks incredible. It's got a rain gutter. But the Phoxx 3, it's under £100. It stands up to winter temperatures and freezing UK temperatures. The Phoxx 3 has so much space in it. I could live in it. It's under £100. 6 points to 5 for the Phoxx 3. And if I had to choose just one tent that I had to keep and not get condensation every morning, it's going to be the Phoxx 3. If you think I'm wrong and you would choose the Hilleberg and not the Phoxx 3, you'd spend £1,000 over the £100. Or if you wouldn't choose any of these 2 and there's a different tent, leave a comment below and let me know. So one thing you might notice is that I didn't talk about waterproof. Well, basically, you're not going to get wet in either tent. And it's a lot quicker packing up both of them than it is putting them up. My name's Andy, this is Beard in the Wild. Stay wild, but leave no trace.